Hello, Flosstube. I'm Terry.
And I'm Jamie.
And we're the Cornhusker State Stitchers.
Today is Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, and this is Flosstube number 44.
Welcome, everybody, to our channel about cross-stitching.
Yay.
And what else?
Welcome. Hi.
Welcome. Hi.
It is Independence Day weekend for those of you in the United States. So, happy Independence Day. I know that's a couple days away, but celebrate it.
Yep, we like to celebrate it all weekend long.
As
Not we, but the U.S. in general.
Right, exactly.
So, you may hear fireworks go off because they started 2 days ago, even though it's illegal, but
meh.
I enjoy it.
Now that you don't have dogs.
Yeah, I don't have dogs.
My poor puppies, they're not fans of it, but...
Can you hear them out there where you are?
And people are starting to do them out there in our neighborhood too, so...
Okay.
Yep.
No, that stinks, but...
Okay. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you to everybody who's joining us, who came back, who is checking in on us. We appreciate it.
Who hasn't stopped it yet and they're still watching. I've been out of town for almost 2 weeks, about a week and a half. I went to Friday Harbor, Washington, which is on the San Juan Island, west of Seattle. So we had to... I did it for work. We went to pick up an unflyable aircraft, so we have a truck and trailer that's the length of a semi. Mm-hmm. So we had to put our truck and trailer on a ferry to get out to the island, load up the plane, and ferry it back. So that was quite an adventure. I wish we would have had more time to do sightseeing, but we didn't. So.
Yeah, that's the joys of work, right?
Yeah.
So were there other semis on the ferry, or were you the biggest thing out there?
We were the biggest one on there. There was a couple of box trucks that was on there, but it was very expensive. Very expensive.
It's just expensive out there in general.
Yeah. Coming
from the Midwest, you know, we went and got some hamburgers last night. It's like a $12 hamburger, and you said
It was like half price for what we were paying out on the island.
Yeah, and we're used to paying that for hamburgers.
And I thought it was high here. But not anymore. It's like, that's cheap. Then we stopped in Spokane and saw my husband's cousin. Mm-hmm. And then we stopped in Billings, Montana, and saw his uncle. Yep. And then we went on through South Dakota to work on another customer's plane who flew it up there and was having some problems. So we got that taken care of. Mm-hmm. And then down to Oklahoma City to drop off the plane. Yep. So we've been all over. I'm home. I'm tired.
You've been everywhere.
Man.
Exactly. Okay. So I've been That's your saga. I've been plant sitting for Mom, which you need to take those back, by the way. I got them good and watered for you this morning.
Cool. I'll wait till they drain then.
Yeah. Mother Nature watered them, not me.
Did it rain very much?
Yeah.
I didn't think
not much.
I didn't get much at all here.
Yeah, it did rain. But anyway, so I did a little bit of kitting projects this week. I know you guys are shocked, like crazy shocked, but I've put some fabric with a lot of my full coverage pieces that I want to start. I'm in the process of getting a full set, a master set of DMC together, so I'm curious how that's all going to work out. So I wanted to, of course, have some projects ready to go. What else did we do?
So you don't have the floss in them, just the fabric?
Just the fabric, okay. Yep.
So can you call that being kitted up?
If you have a full set, master set, you just pull from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would stress me out. I don't think I'd like that. I like having all my floss in my bag.
We'll see how it goes. I haven't started it yet. We had a golf outing with a couple of friends from work, so that was super fun. Jim was able to come too, so we just went to a golf driving range and just hit some balls and drank some beers, and it was good. It was fun. And then Jim and I went tubing down the Elkhorn River with a couple friends, and it was a few couples. We had
couples too many.
We had 14 people, which was way too many people. I absolutely love tubing down the Elkhorn, or any river, really. I think it's a very fun experience. That day it was a little much. We had too many people, and it was hot, and I hadn't eaten, and ended up with a migraine on the river, and but we survived. It was fun. It was great people, meeting some great people, but we'll definitely do it again. We'll modify how we do it a little bit.
Yeah. That sounds like fun, so take me next time.
I got pretty red. This is where we had a wristband that we had to wear.
Oh.
So
I thought you kept your watch on.
No, I took my watch off specifically so I wouldn't get a tan line.
Okay.
And then I got a tan line.
So does it have your like name and date of birth or something on it in case you like drowned? Or...
No. No.
If you fall off and start floating away.
No, you'd probably get stuck on a sandbar before you floated away.
Yeah, it's not very deep out there.
No.
Would you say about 2 foot was the average?
Average was about 2 feet deep, but there are places that Jim couldn't reach at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are places that had some scour, and my husband is
6'4".
6'4".
Well, he's shrinking, so he's
6'3" now. Yep. Yeah, so there's some places out there that were pretty deep. It was good. It was fun.
So you don't wear life jackets, do you?
Mm-mm. There is a life jacket on the tube. By state law, you do have to have a life jacket with you, but no, it's good.
Okay. Well, I can't swim, so that just kind of freaked me out. So I don't know if I want to go with you or not.
It'll be fine. Okay, so we got a couple questions. Let's dive in.
I've been doing my kitchen remodel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How's that date?
I've been doing a kitchen remodel still. I've been out of town and not much happened while I was gone. I was hoping they would do a lot while I was out of town, but they're waiting on the electrician. So I have 75% of my first level gutted. And I am living in my living room. My coffee pot is in my bathroom downstairs, and it is stressing me out to no end.
And you're not even a month into it?
Yeah, not
you're
even.
3 weeks into it, and it's going to be a 4-month process?
Yeah. So dust everywhere. I knew it was going to be bad, but I didn't know it was going to be this bad. So, and I like to have my house clean. I don't like dust. So it's just like, I've got dust everywhere, and I'm just, ugh.
She hates coming over to my house because I've got dust.
I came home the first night when we got home from our trip, and it was midnight. And I pull out the vacuum, and I'm vacuuming the wood that's on the floor because it's got dust on it. It's like, God. And
the dad go nuts. Like, what the hell? What are you doing?
No, he knows me too well.
Yeah,
he just like ignores me.
It's fine. Whatever.
As long as you're doing it, not me. I don't care.
Don't make me do it. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Questions?
I don't want to interrupt again. So is there anything else you had?
No, I usually interrupt you.
Okay, so that's fine.
if I think of something, which I've been doing all day, so.
Yeah.
Interrupting, that is.
So we did get a couple questions on our video last week. One thing I wanted to mention is YouTube has been taking a lot longer to do all their checks behind the scenes to get our videos up and going. So how that affects everybody else is it shows a notification that we have a video up, but it hasn't completely processed yet. So when you go in, there's no sound, or it's having trouble streaming, or maybe the picture's not matching up, things like that. So just keep in mind that when you get that notification, if you go in right away and look, it's probably not going to work right now. I know.
Just give it time, 5 minutes, and it should be up and going with sound.
Yep. And, sometimes I've had Flosstubers that I personally watch. I've gone in 4 hours later to try and watch them, and there still is no sound.
Really?
So it could take a while.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind. If you encounter something that has no sound or no video or something, just be patient. I know it's really hard sometimes, but it will work. I promise. So, and if it doesn't, then we'll have to figure it out at that part.
We'll take care of it if it doesn't.
Yep. And a couple questions on the SAL that we talked about. So the stitch along, we'll have more about that here in a minute. And then we had another question from Sonia. The fabric flare that we're using for the Primrose Cottage piece, this is the All-American, which we'll show here in a minute. She was curious if they were 1-inch stars or 2-inch stars.
And I was on the road when I got that comment, so I knew they weren't 1-inch, so I just said they were 2-inch. But I measured them today, and they're actually 1.5, a little over 1.5.
And is that from point to point?
From point to point, yeah.
Yep. So we'll actually get into that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That's all I had for questions.
Cool. All right.
You have some previous finishes?
Oh yes, I do.
Let's do that before we go into the SAL, because I just totally blew over the notes.
Yeah, because I didn't even write it on the notes. So.
All right.
This is my July, help me out, what is it? Cottage sampler. No? Yes, maybe.
Country Cottage Needleworks. your July sampler of the month.
Thank you. That's what this is. She caught me off guard. I didn't even know I was showing it. It was laying on the table.
I just put it over there for her.
So
no.
So I'm Pam and Steph.
No.
Just keep stitching. Steph writes all the notes. She sets up everything the way that she wants Pam to talk about it. I demand that.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm going on strike.
That's not happening.
You need to take care of me. You need to organize me.
You need to write it
so
you remember it.
And you need to stick to the notes.
Funny, I did tell you it was there. And you're like, oh, cool, I need to show that.
Oh, God. Okay.
The brain is leaving us.
It left a long time ago.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so that's my previous finish.
Yeah. Let me find my notes. What did I do with those?
I didn't know you had notes.
Yeah. We're going to pause for just a second. Okay, found it. So, the SAL that we're talking about, so the stitch along, a little quick backstory. We'll go into it a little bit more here with our All-American pattern, but I was struggling getting back into cross stitch. I lost my quilting or cross stitching bug for a little bit, so Mom and I decided to do a stitch along together. So we took the All-American pattern from Primrose Cottage, and I broke it all up, and then we've been working on that. So then we decided to do that with This Is Halloween by Primrose Cottage, because it just lends itself to being broken up into pieces. So what I did...
Well, the All-American one that we did, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. It's just like, let's do it, and we're going to start, like, tomorrow.
Yes.
So we didn't have time to invite you guys to join us. This time we would like to invite you guys to join us on this.
Come join. Come be with us. So we took this pattern, I made a copy of it, and then I started drawing on it. And this is what we came up with. And I will take a picture of it, and we'll both post it on Instagram.
Yep, we'll post it on our hashtag. We're going to start a hashtag for it.
Yep. So I personally start in the bottom, so Mom has graciously accepted that and is joining in. So that's why we're starting in the bottom here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we decided 6 pieces was a little bit more manageable. This is also a little bit bigger pattern in the sense of it has more things on it. The American one had more stitching of one color, so bigger blocks of color.
And we broke it down to smaller pieces because the All-American, we were struggling to get it done. We're doing it one section a week, and we're struggling to get ours done in a week and still having time to do other things.
Yep. Especially
with me being on a trip. But we broke this down a little bit smaller because we do both still work full-time, and we're hoping that, I know a lot of you guys are retired, and we're hoping that you'll still join us and stay with us even though it's at a slower pace.
Yep. So the idea is that you would do, and this is how we're going to do it anyway. You guys join in however you would like to. There really are no rules. It's just a little bit of structure works a little bit better for us. So we're going to do one piece at a time. So that one section, 1 week is what I meant to say. One section a week. We're looking at starting it on August 1st, which is Monday, August 1st. That'll give you guys some time to get your supplies in. I know quite a few of you have already bought your patterns. I'm so excited about that. But it gives you a chance to kit it up, because we actually have to kit ours up now too, because I kind of forgot about that part.
And we did get a lot of people on the last Flosstube saying that they were going to join us, so we're so excited about it.
Yay! We did find a hashtag for it, so we're going to go ahead and post the picture here so you can see it under that hashtag, and I'll put it on the screen also. All this information is going to be in the description box as well, but the hashtag is This Is Halloween SAL. So it's just the name SAL. So, what did I miss speaking about?
I think you got it all.
Did I?
Yeah.
So, one section a week, starting August 1st.
For 6
Monday,
weeks.
For 6 weeks. That should conclude about September 11th, if I did my calculations correctly. Patriots Day. Yes.
In the U.S.
So it'll be nice and complete by the time that Halloween is approaching.
Yeah. And it's all DMC Floss.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah, it is all DMC Floss. in case you guys don't have the pattern, if you can read that. Wow, I'm saying a lot. I apologize for that. Anyway, what was I going to say? Once the 4th of July is done, I think basically Tuesday, I'm diving into Halloween stitching.
I'm going to start
autumn.
Sunflowers and, yeah, fall stuff, I think.
Yeah.
It's incredibly hot here, so.
Okay, if you guys have any questions, if I forgot anything, because I feel like I forgot something major to say, let me know. Send us a note, a question, and we'll put it on Instagram. So take a look at that, and you guys can see it there.
Okay.
Whip.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Do we want to do these at the same time, or you want me to show mine?
You go for it.
Okay. So as previously mentioned, we're doing the All-American by Primrose Cottage stitches. One word at a time. Well, I always call them just Primrose Cottage. I didn't realize until I was just looking at it. There's a word stitches on there.
Anyway, we started our rotation for this on Friday. So Friday we just started section 4.
Since Friday was yesterday, and this is section 4, and I'm actually almost finished with section 4. Tell me again what this fabric is called.
This is American Stars by Fabric Flair. So this is the fabric that Sonia had the question about on what size these stars are.
And they're 1.5 inches. And I'm a little disappointed that...
This is also a 32 count.
That you can't really see the background much once you get the words on there.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little disappointed. So maybe when I frame it or whatever, I'll do a little bit more on the back, on the side, so that you can see some of the stars. I think that'd be cute. Okay.
That's what I've noticed with a lot of that pre-printed stuff is it may look really busy, but once you stitch on it, it goes away. Okay, so we had to clear some space on the phone. So we're back.
Sorry about that. I think I said all I needed to say about All-American, right?
Did you say everything you needed to say?
I think I said what I needed to say.
Okay, so I know we said it. We would wait.
Do you want to say what you need to say?
I'm going to say what I need to say and what I want to say. I'm not nearly as far along as Mom. I know we said I would wait. I know I just repeated that again. But my point being, I'm going to go ahead and show mine. So this is where I'm at.
But you're staying caught up.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, I'm so proud of you.
I just have to finish the heart on that, and then I've finished section 3, and section 4 and 5 are a lot smaller than the other other 3 sections, so those will go a lot better, a lot quicker. The white on both of ours doesn't show up very much, and it shows up a lot better in person than it does on the camera. I'm still debating. I'm potentially going to outline mine, maybe in the lightest blue. I know that you were talking about doing that too, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how burnt out I am on it by the time I'm done.
Yeah, it could be that we finish it and we're like, okay, I'm done.
It's done.
It's done, I'm done. But same fabric, slightly different colors. Mom and I both changed our colors on it. And we'll go through those at the end. We did go through them on our last video, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Very splotchily, but we did it.
All right. Misty Prusel, Luminous Fiber Arts. She was doing a stitch along. And that came out yesterday.
July 1st.
Well, she put out originally the borders around it. And then yesterday she put out the first of the pattern.
Yep.
So, I can't show it, can I?
I don't know why not.
Okay. So it's Sneaky Spooky Spells. And that is the first clue.
Oh, I'm so excited. It says clue 2 only because she considers the border her first clue. Yeah. But.
So I didn't get very far. I'm doing mine on a 36 count opalescent.
Opulescent.
Okay. And that's as far as I got. Just the first border.
So we did buy the kit from Misty Prusel, so she hand-dyed her own fabric, and you can't actually get it unless she has a kit or something that has it. So there's nothing on her website. My point being, though, we did get the kit. It came in the day after Mom left, so she didn't have it at all.
So yeah, that's as far as I got, and I just did that this morning. And like I said, mine's 36 count, so mine's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cute. I mean, I think it's gonna be really cute.
All called for colors.
I'll say this after you get yours done.
Are you sure?
After you get done talking about yours, yeah.
Okay. So I'm also doing mine on opulescent, but mine's 32 count Lugana. Again, dyed by Misty. And this is where I'm at. So I was originally thinking, this piece of fabric, it's a fat 1/8 of fabric. I'm like, I'll just stick it in there, have lots of margin. It's going to be great. And then after I put all the borders in, I realized that her Jingle Jolly Joy pattern that came out last year is also on this color. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try and squeeze it in there. But that's where I am on clue number 2. Just started outlining it.
And I also got the fat 1/8, and I already have cut mine off once I figured out what size I needed. Yep. So I am going to do mine on that other piece.
These are going really quick, though.
One thing I wanted to mention. So there's a little mouse in here. I am definitely afraid of mice. I don't know why. It's irrational. I refuse to even stitch a mouse. Mm-hmm. I don't care how cute they are. They're not cute to me. I'm scared of them. So I have to find something to put in that space or just leave it blank. Or rechart it to make it look like a little cat. I don't know. But there will not be a mouse in it. Jamie's will have a mouse. Mine
yeah. It should have a mouse. It might take too much brain power to rechart something else, so.
Yeah. We got a lot of Halloween charts. I think we can find something else to stick in there.
Exactly.
But if nothing else, it'll just be blank space.
A blank space, yeah. You can always add in an extra pumpkin or something.
Yeah.
Did not hear the end of that word.
Button. I'm going to put a button in.
You're going to put a snowflake button.
A pumpkin button. Button.
A button. Okay, so that's all had for
That's
whips.
all I have for whips.
You do have knitting whips.
I didn't get it. It's still down in my car.
You didn't get it. You got distracted, didn't you? Okay, well.
I worked on knitting while I was driving. Mm-hmm. I wasn't driving while I was traveling in the truck. That truck is so bumpy.
It's miserable.
I was so miserable.
There's no way you could even think of stitching in that truck.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I guess I have to carry the load on the whips.
You do. It's all you.
You know how this goes.
The Jamie show.
Yep.
So because you like to talk anyway. I just like to interrupt, so.
As long as we know our place, we're good.
We know our roles.
Yep. I'm trying something a little bit different here. What I'm trying to do is just take a selection of my whips and put the other ones aside, not think about them, not look at them, nothing. So I pulled a group of whips, and those are the ones I'm stitching from. So I was able to stitch quite a bit more on each one of them. So hopefully you'll see that. I did have some starts. You can't go 2 weeks and not have some starts.
Yeah, I bet you're surprised about that, right?
Right. The first one I started working on is Teresa Kogut's Moon Dance. Now, the way she's got it charted is all of the oranges are stitched and the black is negative space. So I stitched mine on, I am stitching it on 28 count black Lugana, all called for. And I'm having so much fun with this one. This
one's really pretty.
Yeah, the colors are just popping. Mm-hmm. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm just picking, I got this inspiration from Stitching Mommy on Flosstube. She does what she calls the typewriter method, where she is a top-down stitcher. She stitches from top to bottom, left to right, and she'll just pick the next symbol in that process and stitch the thread until it's gone or there's no more left to stitch. So I've been trying that with all of mine, and it doesn't have to be full coverage, and it's working. I like it. It takes away the pressure of knowing which one to stitch. I overanalyze everything.
Oh, yeah, so, totally. I mean, it's like, should I go this way? Should I go that way?
Yeah.
Should I start this color because there's more of it, but it bounces around?
Absolutely. Yeah. It takes away that analysis.
Yeah.
So speaking of Stitching Mommy, I also worked on my temperature tree by her. I got this from her Etsy page. I am doing this on 32 count Garden Path Lugana from Color and Cotton. And I'm in the process of getting caught up. So I am definitely far behind. I can get all the way through June. And I just have the May branch right there. But I am completely complete. I am complete up to March. So that's done. And what I'm doing is just taking the next color in line and stitching it until it's done. Or until that thread is done. And picking the next one. And it's been working really, really well.
Your colors are just gorgeous.
Thanks.
Just gorgeous. I love them.
I'm trying to think if there is any colors that I wanted to talk about. This light pink is my lightest color. Not my coldest color.
What's the maroon?
That one I think is the third coldest color. So this is the coldest, second coldest, and then third coldest.
So it was cold in February.
It was. Not nearly as cold as it usually is.
Yeah, that's true. We had a very nice winter.
And the thing that is a little deceptive for us is we have very cold winters, but it's a wind chill cold. So it could be 12 degrees outside, but it feels like -5. And that doesn't represent well. And then in, let's see, what's the 4th month? April, I started getting into darker colors. I did print out my June numbers, and I will have my darkest color, or my hottest color, in June. We had quite a few days in the high 90s.
100 and something, wasn't it?
We got to 103 that day.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Okay, some other ones that I worked on. So last video, I talked about working on my wishing tree, quick stitch wishing tree, and I was working on it every day. Now I have switched projects that I'm working on every day because I'm working on some secret stitching for this one. And I had to tell her about it because it rejuvenated all of my want to do it. And I was so excited. So we got done with our video last week, and I just came home and I just started stitching on it. I made some changes and made it better. And so this one's been put aside. So I'm working on something else.
Are you going to show them or not? Your secret stitchers?
No, I think it's still going to be secret.
Okay. I love them.
I'm going to torture her a little bit. I'm going to show her every now and then. Who knows? I probably show her all the time. Artwork by Jeremiah Kettner. Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing this on 16 count Easy Grid Ada. Started in the bottom left corner. I think I've only put about 170 stitches in since you guys have seen it last. It is really fun to stitch on though, really pretty.
It's really cute, yeah.
The
very
colors,
dainty looking.
Yes, exactly. The colors are just great. They make me happy when I'm stitching them. I had to start this one. It's as simple as that. I had to start it. This is Enchanted Rose. I got this on Etsy by, is that Nini Designs? That's where I got it on Etsy. This is a Beauty and the Beast pattern. I am doing it on 25 count Easy Count Lugana, or Easy Grid Lugana. And I started with the rose. I think there's only like 60 stitches in there. Started with color 666, so there's that.
I need a Q-snap that size.
This is a 8x8. I love it. It's perfect. I was able to stitch in hand. Yeah. And by stitching in hand, I mean not in a frame. Because we both have really bad pain in our thumbs. Mom's actually got arthritis. So holding something like this is really hard to do for us. The last thing I worked on that I'm going to show you guys, because like I said, I did some secret stitching, so there's 2 other projects I worked on. I was watching Mama Bear Stitchery on Flosstube. I'll link her below too. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Mama Bear Stitchery. They were talking by her, they, words.
Can you follow that?
No. Okay, we're stopping. We're going back. Mama Bear Stitchery on her last wow. Okay, we're cutting this.
No, we're not.
Yes.
No, we're not.
Yes.
You just keep going.
On her last Flosstube, she was talking about doing a Kit and Caboodle SAL, and that is her hashtag Kit and Caboodle SAL, where she is starting one kit every month because she's got a pile of kits and she just wants to get them started, because if you don't start them, how are you ever going to finish them? She is doing it with another Flosstuber, and I cannot remember his name right now. I think it's Kenny or something like that, but she does talk about that in her Flosstube video. My point being, I had to start this one. I wanted to start it so bad. It's Christmas in July, so I started this yesterday. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection, a treasured time. Sorry for the glare, but I don't want to take it out.
And I have this kit too. But I didn't realize we were starting.
I didn't tell Mom. It just happened. Full kit. I'm using everything in the kit. Kit Ada, kit, floss. And it goes like this. And that's as far as I got. I started at work, so I didn't have a whole lot of time.
So what's the Ada, did you say?
It is 16 count gray Ada provided by the kit.
Gray. It looks very blue.
Right? Yeah, it calls it as gray Ada.
That's blue.
That's blue. So, there's that.
That's blue.
That looks
gray. I can see where it looks gray. In person, it looks blue. Very blue. Not very blue, but light blue.
I'm not the only one who has problems today.
Moving on. Is that all your whips?
I think more of our personality is coming out. We're just caring less, so we're just having at it. So we do this quite a bit in real life.
Yeah.
That is all of my whips, yes.
We've been bad today.
We went to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, we did.
We bought some stuff.
Ran into a cross-stitch friend of ours.
Yes.
Nathalie. It was good seeing you today.
It was great to see you.
Yeah.
That quilt rack back there, we bought that. We each got one. Basically, everything we bought today, we both had to have.
But you bought some different things than I bought.
And you bought some different, yeah.
And we spent within 10 cents of each other.
Yep.
10 cents.
Within 10 cents. How does that even happen? She paid. I saw what she spent. I paid. She was already off.
I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Jamie comes running in the bathroom. I gotta know how much you spent.
Tell me how much you spent.
Okay, well, this is what I spent. She's like, no way. This is what I spent. It was like 10 cents within each other.
Fun stuff. It was a really good day.
The memories, yeah.
Yep, memories.
Probably means nothing to you guys, but it was funny for us.
It was.
Anyway.
We got some more haul, though. We're not going to show you the Hobby Lobby haul, except we did get these baskets, both of us. That is a 4th of July Lazy Susan for the table. We got the flags, too. Got all those.
And then just knick-knack stuff.
Random.
Notepads.
Yep. And then...
Things.
And fabric.
And I did get some fabric. I got the Artiste brand
18
count Ada. What color is that? Vintage? Just vintage?
It is called vintage, yes.
Okay. And I didn't take it out of the pack. You may not be able to see it. There we go.
So it's like the vintage Stormy Night by Zweigart. This is just vintage Artiste brand.
And it is printed on one side, but white on the other.
Correct.
And then I just got 2 packs of my favorite 32 count Belfast linen in... I always call it raw natural, but this just says natural. So I really like this fabric. It's, it's cheap, but it works for so many things.
Yep, exactly.
And it's soft. I like the way it feels.
I got some fabric too, but I left it downstairs because I kind of forgot. I didn't bring in any of my stuff. I am embracing my Ada love, so you'll see a lot more Ada for me too.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
So might as well.
This is Ada, and I haven't stitched on Ada in years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, year.
There is more haul coming from 123 Stitch.
Yep.
So we'll show that in our next video if I haven't started it already. Because there's some sunflowers in there.
I ran out of floss on my All-American.
Oh, yes. I did want to mention that earlier.
3 colors. My red, my very dark blue, and my white. If you guys are working on this, I don't know if anybody has had the problem, but I've run out of all 3 colors.
And we're not...
I'm doing 2 flosses. 2 over 2.
Yep. 2 over 2.
And 32 count?
Yep.
So it's nothing weird.
And we're very frugal with our floss too. So.
I work it right down to the nubbin.
Yep.
But anyway, keep that in mind, especially if you're doing the Halloween SAL with us. I'm going to buy 2 skeins of each, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to get some extra ones.
Just in case it happens. Well, it shouldn't happen again because there's so many different colors. But
we'll figure it out.
Anyway, just keep that in mind that we both ran out of floss on this one. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I've seen this all over social media the last couple of weeks, and I love it. And I was traveling. I'm sitting in the truck. I send Jamie a text. Do we have this? She's like, no, I don't think we do. It's like, all right, I'm buying it right now.
It's happening.
So about 2 seconds later, I sent her text back. Okay.
It's on its way.
It's on its way. I bought it. So this is Threadwork Primitives. Patriotic Rose.
Is there a rose in there? Oh, just the middle?
Yeah, the middle.
Okay.
So I may have time for one more patriotic stitch this year. We'll see. We'll see if this one actually gets started, but it's not huge.
No, it's not.
It's really cute, and it's a color pattern.
Very well done. And you actually got the paper copy.
I got the paper copy.
Yep.
And I got this from Hobby House. Is that where I got your calendar from?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I got that. They sent it out like almost the very next day.
Okay.
So
I thought you got it from Etsy, so I didn't realize you got it from Hobby House.
No. Very fast. Got my new primitive needle, punch needle, and primitive stitcher. And I just opened this today, just breezed through it, so.
It's a really good magazine.
Yeah.
There is a good article from Vonna Pfeiffer, the
she always has
Stitcher.
Such good articles in here.
And it's about
drums.
If there's some pieces, there's pieces that you're tired of stitching on and you don't want to keep stitching them anymore, how to make them into drums so you can enjoy what you have on those stitches.
I can't even find it. I was going to show you a picture of it. But...
It's about drums.
It's about drums. So, Vonna is a sweetheart. I don't know her personally, but I love watching her.
I also got some things. I told you I was working on a master set of DMC, so I purchased some acrylic floss tags to see if I can figure out a way to make them economically. So hopefully that'll work, because these are gorgeous. I love them. Got them from Etsy. Fantastic shipping, fantastic quality, but I just can't afford them.
They're a little pricey.
Yeah. And when you're doing a master set, I mean, if you're doing it for one project, it's amazing.
For what it is, it's not pricey at all.
Correct.
But to get a full set of however many, 400, it's quite pricey.
Exactly. So because of that, I also got DMC stickers for the full set. I got those on Etsy too, and I'll go ahead and link both of these shops. My thought with these were they are different than any of the other stickers I have. So I can put these on these, and I know it's my master set. I know it came from that set, and if I see any of those out of place, they need to get their little butt back into place. I got that from, and I cannot pronounce that, I'm sorry. I got that on this website, on Etsy. I will link those below.
Siri thread? Siri 3. Yeah. We'll link it.
And then Heaven and Earth Designs. They had a flash sale. And it was only a 24-hour sale, and
Mom wasn't here to tell her, no, you don't need that.
I wouldn't have listened to you. I still would have done it. So I had purchased these, and that's really what started me kitting everything up. This one is my favorite, and I saw this on Stitchin Mommy as well. She did this a couple years ago.
You're like fangirling.
I love her. Her Flosstube is phenomenal. I've actually gone back and watched it rewatched her videos. This is Quick Stitch Iris by Josephine Wall. And my grandma, who has passed, absolutely loved irises. So I'm going to do this in remembrance of her.
Oh, you should put her initials on it.
I should.
Put her date of birth and date of death on it. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Morbid, maybe? I don't know.
I could also put it on the back, too, because I want to put a picture of her also.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I feel like you don't remember this conversation.
I don't at all.
We have had this conversation. I didn't even get that reaction from you the first time. You're like, no, I'm not going to stitch it. And I said, I'm not asking you to. I'm stitching it.
Okay. Then you did not have my undivided attention when you were talking to me.
It was invited attention. It was not provided attention.
So you need to say, Mom, listen to me. I'm talking.
That doesn't work. Because she'll be like, oh, pretty. Anyway.
You did give me a nice compliment earlier today. What was that?
I did. What did I say? I always compliment you. You just don't hear it.
I'm like a free...
You're a free spirit.
Free spirit. I think she called me ditzy in a nice way.
I did not. Okay. Anybody who knows Dave Ramsey, there are free spirits and nerds. Nerds are the ones who are crunching numbers, doing spreadsheets, organizing, planning. Those are the nerds. The free spirits are the ones that are over here like, Oh, you're talking? Okay, let me listen. No, I'm done. Okay, I'm going to go over here.
That's totally me.
They need it quick, concise, get to the point, and then I'm done. I'm out of here.
That's totally me, 100%.
So she's over here. I ask her a question. She's over here on her phone. I ask her another question, and she's totally distracted on Facebook.
And yet you're still talking to me, and you know me.
That's because I was messing with you at this point. And I'm like, okay, what you doing? She's like, I got on here for some reason. And I made her close it. And she's like, what was it? What did we do? What were we doing? And I'm like, oh, right. You were supposed to be on Instagram.
Not Facebook.
Looking at something else. The next one I got is Frosty. Artwork by Dakota Datweiler, I think. This is now a retired chart. I apologize. It did get retired at the end of June, which is why I bought it. Nothing else to say about that. It's adorable.
I like them a lot.
Yeah. Quick Stitch Grand Library Fire. This is the most recent shelf design by Amy Stewart. It is a massive, full pattern. This is a quick stitch version of just the center. It is still big. It is 515 by 450. Switch those numbers around for the accurate buy, but I love it. It's a way for me to stitch the Grand Library, but there's no way I would ever stitch the big one. I do have the Grand Library puzzle on my Amazon wish list for Christmas.
I haven't seen that wish list.
Saying that. You have access to it. You have to remember it and go to it.
Usually I get notified.
Do you?
Yeah.
When I add something?
Yeah.
I think you did get notified.
Is that the one I told you, what are you doing?
Yes.
I asked you what you're doing.
What are you doing?
I keep getting these emails. You're adding stuff to your list.
Yeah, you told me I have to. The last one I got, oh my goodness, I love this one.
I want that one. I'm getting that one.
I absolutely love this. This is Sleepy Hollow, artwork by Laura Prindle. She has some great horse patterns also. Now, obviously, this is a horse. So my point being, horses that are not Halloween. I love it. Oh, love it. That's my haul.
That's it?
That's what I got.
Okay. I feel like you were not making much sense today. You didn't seem to, I don't know, finish a sentence or stay on track.
I wasn't making much.
Maybe I wasn't listening to all of it.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so what's next? Plans?
Plans. We don't have a quilt today. We do have those. These are quilts we've already shown and talked about, so they're in previous videos. But we don't have a quilt for you guys to see today. We will bring another one back, though.
Speaking of which, I'm going to tell a story. I'm going to ramble a little bit. So
Be forewarned.
I had to have a water guy, a plumber. I had to have a plumber come in and reroute some water lines for me for my kitchen remodel. Granted, I'm not here. Were you here at that time, or
not
the
when
contractor?
Mike was here.
Oh, the contractor let him in. He went downstairs, started drilling. My long arm machine is downstairs. He moved everything out of the way. My iron fell on the floor. I come home. I about had a conniption. I have got sawdust on my batting and on my quilts that are laying on the table. I was so mad. That was the same night that I vacuumed the kitchen floor. You
didn't tell me that.
No, I was mad. I was mad.
I think you still are.
I may be a little bit. I was like, I can handle the dust. I can't handle the dust. I can accept it other places.
For what it is.
But to get it on my quilting stuff and on my batting, you just don't understand. I mean,
No.
So, yeah,
that needs to be protected.
That's my story. I was upset.
I can see why.
And my iron was sideways on the floor, so I know it just fell off the table. My table was pushed sideways, and I have this spongy little mat that I stand on. It was on that and poked a hole in it. Yeah, I was not happy. So.
Ouch.
I mean,
no wonder you're not happy. I'm not happy for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, plans. We'll get into something fun.
Yeah.
It is a holiday weekend for us. We got family coming into town. We're going to do fireworks tomorrow.
Cookouts.
We're going to have food. Because you can't do anything without food. Gotta have food.
That's right.
Yep. What else?
That's it.
Okay.
Follow us on Instagram. I am at Cornhusker State Stitcher. She is at Jamie Mickelson.
Be sure to like the video. Hit subscribe if you're interested in our content. We were really rambly today and a little completely scatterbrained. So
thanks for sticking with us. Yeah. If you did.
Anyway.
Leave us a comment, please.
We love the comments. We read them all. Absolutely.
We're rushing because our video is about to stop again.
Yeah. We don't want to add it.
All right. Have a happy 4th of July for everybody. Happy Independence Day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye, guys.